we never met. Forever leaves fast in the middle of the night. Forever breaks my heart and never says goodbye. Days and nights, skin and bone, I'm still here, but you moved on. I live inside an old photograph. I wish that I could feel your love again. So I live inside that old photograph, and I wish that I could feel your love again. Forever falls in love with the guy that wears sweater vests. She used to be mine, but now it's like we never met. Forever leaves fast in the middle of the night. Forever breaks my heart and never says goodbye.
Hello, hello, hello. This is the Windswept Rob live broadcast calling civilization. Is there anyone out there? I see there are 14 people watching. 14 people watching. Wow. And the chat seems to be working. My problem is that I've got one version of me here that's in time and it's right synced with me. I've got another one up there that's about 5 seconds behind, and I've got another one here that's about 10 seconds behind. So I've got them up to make sure that everything's working, and I think it is. I can see my meter. Oh, it's a wee bit peaky. I'll pull my mic down a bit. There, that should be a bit better. It shouldn't be quite so peaky. In fact, I'll turn it down a bit more. And if I just got a bit quiet, I have, because I turned the volume down. All you have to do is turn your volume up a wee bit. I had to pull it back because it was starting to peak, right? What I'm going to do the new is I'm just going to pull that. I had another camera set up to show you all my screens, but it crashed. It crashed everything. So I unplugged it and threw it over the back of the studio. So I'll move that off, and I will move that off. Right, and that should clear me up till just now. All I have to, in fact, see if I minimise that. Right, I'll just leave it. That now leaves me with just the chat window in here, and I can see that Eddie Andrews has said that I'm on now. Thank you, Eddie. I wasn't sure if I was on, but you confirmed it. And Stevie says, good evening, Robert. Good evening, Stevie. How are you doing? JG Media says hi. And I've noticed that since I've started live streaming again, that you commenters get little crowns next to your name, a crown with a number, like JG Media. It hasn't come up when I highlighted the comment on the screen there, but in the chat you've got a wee crown, number JG Media number 3, Martin Gruffalump, howdy do number 2, Eddie Andrews number 1. If anyone knows what that means, let me know, because I've got no idea. No idea what it means. Right, there's Drone Media Carlisle. Good to see you again. Good to see you in the comments, Drone Media Carlisle. And there's Dave Cullen. So, a wee bit of a healthier start this Sunday to the number of people. I'll have to go back to that one to see how many I've got. Oh, I've now got 8. I was up at 14. I'm now down to 8. I must have said something to annoy somebody. Maybe the other 6 that just left were they were here for the audit live, but that's on a Wednesday at 7 o'clock. This is the call-in show, or hopefully it will be the call-in show for the Windswept Robert channel, which is on a Sunday. Now, I don't know why I picked Sunday to do this. if anyone can remember, like 3 years back, when I started live streaming for the first time without knowing what I was doing, 3 years later, I still don't know what I'm doing. But when I first started, for some reason, I chose a Sunday night, and I can't quite remember why I did. But I'm beginning to think that was a bit of a mistake, because it's a Sunday that the clocks go back in the UK and forward. And today has been a day, and tonight has been a night, I can tell you that. I have created 4 different live streams of this version of the live stream, because every time I created the live stream and scheduled it for 7 o'clock, YouTube scheduled it for 6 o'clock. Because for some reason it automatically took an hour off, or is it added an hour on? I don't know, but it changed the time by an hour. So the first time I did it, I thought, that can't be right. I must have made a mistake. So I deleted that one and I created a new one, scheduled it for 7 o'clock, double checked, hit schedule, and it automatically popped up 6 o'clock again. I tried it another twice, and on the 4th attempt, it still went wrong. But I realised that I could, instead of having to create a new one, I could just go in and edit the time and the schedule. So that's what I did, and it looks like I have come in on time with my audio working. It's still peaking a wee bit there, I see, with the chat working. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm assuming you can, and I'm assuming you can see me. Right, so a couple of things to say about how tonight's hopefully going to work. But Dave has answered to say, it's who is posted the most, the crown thing. Right, I take it that's who has posted the most comments in tonight's live, for example, Dave, who's number 2. Dave is now number 1. Right, it's to do with 50 XP, so it says in live chat, Eddie Andrews. No, Eddie, that means, the 50 XP means that if you look down here, there's a wee square or slightly rectangular box with a $sign in it. If you've got a crown next to your name, it means that you have to click on that button and type in whatever number your crown says. That's what you have to do. Okay? Right, okay. So there we go. So Dave is currently number 1, posting the most, and I imagine at the end of the live stream, Dave will still be number 1. Okay. Russell Zoner says, well, it's not just us that has daylight savings time. Is it not? I thought we were the only country that did that, had this daylight savings time. If there are other countries, fair enough. I was unaware of that. But it's confusing to YouTube, apparently, because this happens every year. I remember it's happened in years past when I have been, because it's a Sunday that I have traditionally live streamed, whenever the clocks have changed either forward or back, there's always been an issue with the scheduling. And I thought I was going to have to go in at 6 o'clock, because I thought, well, if every time I create the live stream and schedule it for 7, it tells me 6, and the countdown was counting down to 6 o'clock, I thought, I'm going to have to go on at 6. However, it's sorted. We're all right. And I have to get off at 8. This is another reason why I'm not sure picking Sunday was a good idea. I'm going to have to go off at 8, because I don't have to go off, but if I stay on at 8, it means that I'll either lose all of you kind viewers, because you'll all go over to the Drone Seekers International live stream, or some of you may stay, or all of you may stay if I run beyond 8, and that means that the Drone Seekers International live stream will be deprived of viewers. So I don't want either of those scenarios. So I stop at 8. But during the week, on a Wednesday night, I have now started to live stream from my other channel, Audit Reaction. And on that live stream, the topic is about auditors, the world of auditing. What is auditing? Why are there auditors? What's the point? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What are the pros? What are the cons? Blah, blah, blah. That kind of stuff. Well, on Wednesday, I went on at 7 and I didn't finish till 8:30 because there was no time restriction on me to finish at 8 so that I wasn't running into another live stream. Maybe I was, but I'm unaware of it. So that made me think, why did I pick a Sunday to go in this live stream? So I may start a poll. In fact, I think I can start a poll in this chat. I should be able to. There's a wee thingy here somewhere. Oh, it's going to be a bit complicated, isn't it? I'm not going to engage with your audience. Poll, start a poll, right? So I'll ask the question, should I change my live stream evening to a Saturday? And the answer is either yes or no. So if I start that poll, I don't think I've ever started a poll here. There you go, it should have popped up there. Oh, there's more stuff popping up on the screen. That's a bit strange. Where's that coming from? I don't know. Is it that? I quite like that. I'll maybe just keep that going there. That wee chat, that's quite an interesting thing. I added this Streamlabs Twitch style chat quite a while ago and I didn't think it would ever work, but it seems to be working now. So I'll just keep that there. That looks actually okay. Right, sorry for all this waffling and nonsense. Right, so for those of you who were here last Sunday, I had attempted to turn this live stream, this text-based chat live stream, and me just waffling into a live call-in show where you, as the viewers in the chat, can call me live, and I'll put you on the air, and we will have a chat on the air that everyone can hear. Right, maybe just fix that. And it worked last week. I didn't know it worked until nearly the end of the live stream, where two people who were in the chat, John and Paul, where's Ringo and George, someone asked, they both called in to the show and they both went on the air. Now how it works is, it doesn't cost you anything and it's very simple to do. If you look on the screen just down here, you'll see a URL, right? Also, the pinned comment in the chat is a link. It's a URL link that you can click on, and it'll take you straight to the place. And it's this comment here. I put it in earlier. Oh, I can't see it. There, that one there. I think if that pops up. Right, that one there, right? So it's https://tinyurl/wr-call-me, right? So if you either click on the link in the pinned comment, or you just go into a browser, whether you're on your phone browser or whether you're on your tablet or your laptop or your computer, and type that into the browser, then it will take you straight to this room here. I'm going to switch screens now. It will take you to here, right? This is the guest waiting room in my Discord. I hope you can hear me. You can. This is the guest waiting room in my Discord channel, right? See, guest waiting room. you'll pop in there. Now, you're not live on the air when you're in here, but if I see a couple of people in here, or anyone, you know, one person or more people in here, I know that you have clicked on the link and you want to speak to me. So I'll drag you from here into the live call. And when I do that, you will then be live. Well, your audio will be live, not your video, just your audio. Your audio will be live, talking to me live, and the audience will be able to hear you as well, if it works. Now, it may not work because I faffed about so much because of the hour clock changing time issue that I haven't had time to test my setup. And this, I don't think the setup is the same as it was last week when it worked. So it may work, it may not, I don't know. And I won't know until someone clicks on that link and goes into the guest waiting room, so that I can then drag them into the live call room and put you on the air with me. Okay. And I have to be very careful about this, because now that I am live streaming on a Wednesday at 7 on my other channel, Audit Reaction, I expect I'll be getting a few pro auditor people, and maybe even auditors, some auditors themselves, coming into that live stream. Basically, give me a good telling off and whatnot. So this live call stream that I'm doing tonight is a bit of a gamble because it's quite possible I don't have any way of monitoring this before I pull someone into the live. So there could be someone with nefarious intent comes into the guest waiting room, and I drag them into the live call, and suddenly they're giving it, you're nothing but a stupid fucking, and you're jock, sweaty, but you know what I mean? And I'll be struggling to quickly hit the, get him out of here, because I don't have any assistance. I'm producing this entire rigmarole myself. So I'm taking a bit of a risk by doing this, but it worked okay last week. Hopefully it'll work okay this week. Right, I'll take that down now. I should be able to take it down. Yeah, but it's down there. If you forget what it is, that's what you can type into your browser, or look at the pinned comment in the text in the chat window, and you can just click on that link. Okay. Now don't be scared. If you come on live, you don't have to stay long. You can just come on and say, I just wanted to say hello and hear my voice. Thank you very much, cheerio, and go. Okay, or you can have a chat with me. So the option is there if anyone wants it. Right, let me have a wee look at the chat while I've been wittering on here. Right, where are we going? Right, Russell's Honour. Sorry, hi, from Oregon, USA. Hope everyone's well. I guess context helps. Yeah, Russell, so are you saying that daylight savings time happens in, well, Oregon or in other states of the United States, whereby the clock will go forward or back by an hour on the same day every year, twice a year, forward and back? Or does that not happen in the United States? I don't know. It seemed by your last comment that you said it's not just us that has daylight savings time, so I take it that you meant that you in Oregon have daylight savings time. I wonder why. Anyway, I don't know. Surly Dev, evening all. Hello Surly, how you doing? Nice to see you, and it was nice to see you in the chat on Wednesday as well. I've got a feeling that I will get a bit of crossover between this live stream / call-in show on a Sunday night and the live stream / not yet a call-in on the audit reaction show on a Wednesday. And depending how this poll goes, at the moment it's 85% no, I shouldn't change the day. Boo, I was hoping to be able to change to maybe a Saturday, but the poll that I put up asking if I should change to a Saturday, 85% of you so far have said no. But there's only 14 in the channel, so 85% of 14 is, what's that? Eddie, you're good at maths. 85% of 14 is probably round about 11-ish. So 11 of you have said no. I don't know what the other 3 have said. Right. Right, there might be a wee issue there. Graham says, nice to see you live again. See you soon. Yes, hope so. Hope so. don't be dissuaded by my apparent ineptitude at setting all this up. If you saw this rig, your mind would be blown. Your rig is going to be much simpler, I believe, because it will be one screen on a laptop. Currently, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens that I'm dealing with. So you won't have that. Anyway, that was probably a bit cryptic for everyone else. Russell says that, like Wednesday wouldn't be as big deal because midweek most people have their time committed to a schedule, and weekends they might have some additional flex. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. For me, when I was working before I retired, a Wednesday evening was a kind of good, relaxing evening because it meant that you were over that hump. That's why they call it hump day. You know, and you were now, instead of working this whole week to work, you are now saying, well, I've only got the rest of the week to work. So Wednesday's quite a good day. And I'm going to stick with the Wednesday for the audit reaction channel. I was hoping to maybe switch this Sunday one to a Saturday, but if the poll numbers say no, we're now down to 79% in the poll. Come on, keep going down. 79% say no, you want to stick to a Sunday. Maybe by the end of the stream that'll have changed. Oh, that's bad. Link is not valid. No permissions granted. Oh, right. Let me. Thanks, Dave. Let me try something else then. Oh, hold on. I've just gone into that room. I don't want to get it. Right. Let me try this. Oh, good God. Right. Invite people. Copy. Right. Let me see what it's maybe a different link. I think after a certain time passes, if nothing happens with it, it kind of times out. So, right, okay, here we go. I'm going to put a new link into the chat, Dave. Oops. Here's a new link in the chat, and that should work. I've just generated that one now, so that one should work. You can click on that link. I'm out of sync. Oh, good grief! I'm out. How far out of sync am I? I knew this was going to be one of those nights. I knew it. I've got that many things going on here. Sound is gone. The sound hasn't gone. I can see my monitor going up and down. I think you're all having a laugh. Out of sync. My audio is still there. And I might be out of sync a wee bit, but I am about 10 seconds out of sync. What does that mean? So my voice and my audio. Stuttering sound. Oh, jeez. Right. Sorry about that. I mean, I've got a good stream signal here. Stream is healthy. Stream health is excellent, it says. And everything seems all right. I should maybe stick to the way other live streamers do it, like the Drone Seekers International, and they use a very simple, I think it's Streamlabs or something. It's all set up for them. It's a template that's all set up, and they don't have to actually do much for it to work. I've created this whole thing myself using OBS Studio, where I can have all different things going on, you know, clocks and different things like that. But maybe it's become a bit complicated. Anyway, Dave, did you click that? Your voice is not syncing with your video. Okay. Dave Collins says sound is perfect, just out of sync. Okay. That's one of those things. One of those things. JG Media, it's fine at my end. Right, okay. You hear the voice and then 10 seconds later the mouth moves. Right, that's definitely out of sync then. I wonder if I maybe if I hid that, would that help? Probably not. Stevie, OBS is great when it works. It all works. From my end, everything's working fine. It looks great from my end. But, of course, I'm not at your end. I can't tell. It was perfect and I didn't do anything other than, you know what I did? I switched the screen to show you my Discord. Sorry, there you are. My Discord guest waiting room. I have noticed in the past sometimes when I switch screens, it can cause some issues, audio issues. Maybe I won't switch screens again and I'll just leave it there for a moment and see if it straightens itself out. Oh, do you know what it is as well? That I think there are adverts activated on this channel. I couldn't work out how to turn them off. By default there are ads and I couldn't work out how to turn them off. It didn't used to be by default. By default it used to be there was no ads and you had to click to get ads on. But they've reversed it. YouTube has reversed it now, and by default the ads are on live streams and you have to click them off. And there is a way of doing it. Oh, there it is. What does that mean? Ads. Right, if I click that, delay ads, can I just turn them off? Insert ad, delay ad. I'll click delay ad and see what happens. Delay ad for 10 minutes. I've got a 10-minute counter counting down. I'm delaying ads. So I don't know if that's maybe something to do with it. I really don't know. JG Media has said, I've rebooted and all is fine now. Good. That means I'm back in sync. So it's not a my end problem then, is it? It's a all of your end problem. Right, JG Media, I don't ever get political. The last time I mentioned right wing, left wing, it was either last Sunday on this stream or it was on Wednesday on my audit reaction stream. And I was explaining that it was irrelevant to me whether you were right wing or left wing or neutral. All that mattered to me was how you would treat other people. That's what was important. As long as you treat people good, you can treat them good and be right wing, you can treat them good and be left wing, it doesn't matter. But I'm curious, JG Media, as to your avatar that you have there of Mr. Trump giving his famous heroic salute with blood pouring down his ear, which apparently now has healed back to exactly as if he had never ever had any injury to that ear, ever, which is strange because cartilage in the ear does not regrow. So I just wonder, I just wondered why you chose that particular avatar. Stevie rebooted and it's all fine. Dave's telling if everyone refreshes the page, it goes back to normal. There you go. Everybody's sorted it. Right. There you go. It wasn't a problem at my end at all. It was a problem at all your ends. What's probably happened is YouTube itself has caused a delay, and by refreshing the page it has fixed it. So I haven't done a thing, I haven't changed anything, so it was not my fault. Okay, but you still haven't answered the question. You haven't answered the question as to, and I'm only curious as to why you chose that particular image as your avatar. And if I was to get political, I might ask, what is your opinion on Mr. Trump's ear now having healed miraculously with cartilage regrowing when that is medically impossible? Cartilage doesn't regrow. Anyway, I was just curious. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. Well, if you can explain how his ear looks exactly the same as it did before that incident happened, then I'd be very interested to hear how that could have happened, because I think the answer to that is a conspiracy. Anyway, Eddie, it was probably you that did it. It's always you. Right. Okay, so let me move on and tell you the exciting news. No, I won't actually give you some exciting hints. Today has been a day, right? I've been running around collecting resources with Eddie, who is one of my crew, who occasionally comes out on location shoots with me and basically carries some of my gear. Well, because in the United Kingdom and especially in the United States, I believe it's a very big thing in the United States, Halloween. Do you call it Halloween in the United States, or do you call it something else? I think you just call it Halloween, don't you? Anyway, Halloween is happening on Friday, in the UK anyway, on Friday. This Friday coming, is that the 31st of October? Or is it the 30th? I don't know. But Halloween is happening. So, what I have decided I'm going to do is, I am going to... Oh, Dave, I've just seen... Sorry for interrupting myself, Rob. Dave, I've just seen you're in the guest waiting room. I'll pull you into the live call in a minute, just to test if it works. But it's good to see that you got into the guest waiting room. So Halloween is coming on Friday. So what I have decided to do is I am going to do a special event live stream out on location at a haunted castle ruin. It's not a tourist attraction. It's not well visited. It's actually almost in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is because I don't want 100 auditor trolls turning up to beat me up. But I am going out there with my crew member, Eddie, is coming with me, and we are going to be live streaming from 6 o'clock till possibly 8. Who knows? It's a Friday. I think it's a Friday. It is Friday, isn't it? It is Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. So we're starting to live stream at 6, and it's going to be for a couple of hours. We are going to be setting up a little campfire, a little campsite actually, at the ruins, the haunted ruins. And we are going to see if put it this way, if ever there was a night that a ghost who haunts a ruined castle is going to make an appearance, surely it's going to be Halloween. So Eddie and I are going to this ruined castle on Friday, and we're going to be live streaming from 6 p.m. for a couple of hours. I'll put up an advance notice on the channel, and you'll get a countdown time, and I'll probably do that round about Thursday, so you'll get a day's counter. It won't be a call-in show, it'll just be a live stream, and because it's out in the field in the middle of nowhere at a ruined castle, I won't be taking any big heavy equipment, so we'll basically be live streaming from my iPhone. Now, some of you may be aware that I tested that out. I went out a few months back just with my iPhone and went live to see if it would work. And it did. It worked absolutely fine. So Eddie and I will be going and live streaming from the iPhone at a campsite or a campfire that we're going to set up at this haunted Scottish ruin and live streaming. So it would be good to have as many people in the live stream chat with us, because we will be facing you and the ruined castle will be behind us. We won't be facing it. We want you to be able to see it. So if there is anything strange going on back there, you'll have to let us know. Right, let me test out this. Dave, I don't know if this is going to work or not. There is someone else in there, SFWA, I don't know who that is. Dave, I'm going to drag you now into the live call just to see if this works like it did last week. So Dave, you're in the live call and I'm not in it yet. There, I'm in it with you now. So can you say hello there, Dave? Can't hear anything. Doesn't look like you're muted or anything, Dave. Can you? Nah, I can't. Do you know something? I can't even. Last week when I did this, I had a little icon popping up to let me know that the Discord was talking to OBS and OBS was talking to YouTube, and that isn't happening this week. So Dave, I don't know if you're speaking or not. Nah, it's not working then, I'm afraid. It's not working. What's that? No. Right. The problem I had there. Oh, you've popped yourself back into the guest waiting room there, Dave. Or did you just automatically pop in? Right. Yeah, you're just automatically popping back into the waiting room. Right. It doesn't look like that's going to work this week, because I didn't have time to test it because of the delay and the problem with the 1 hour. So I'll have that sorted for next Sunday. I'm not going to promise you, but I'll try my very best. Okay. Where are we? Right, there's been quite a bit of conversation about the ear and plastic surgery and all that. I'm not going to get into it. I have my opinions and they're backed up by science, and so I'm not going to get into it. I don't think there's any point there, Dave, because it seems... Well, I'll pull in SWFA or whatever you are. I don't know who this is here. I'll pull you in to the live call and maybe we'll have better luck with you. I doubt it, though. I can see you speaking because you're lighting up here. Somehow it's not coming through to the... It's not coming through to OBS. Stay in there for the moment. Let me try making one wee change. No, that won't work. VB cable. If I try it in the OBS settings, audio. No, that's not going to work either. No, what I'm going to have to probably do is, sorry guys, it did work last week, it's failed this week, which is a real bummer. Because I can see you speaking, yeah, I can see you speaking there, but it's not coming through anyway. Although it should be. Can anyone else hear whoever it is that's speaking? Because your audio is definitely going up.
Sorry guys, it did work last week, it's failed this week. Real bummer.
Damn it. No, I obviously haven't got it set up tonight.
That's a shame.
It's not
I
set
can
up
see you
properly.
speaking, yeah.
Yeah, it's talking. I'm talking.
That's not coming through anyway. Hello?
Hello.
So,
Testing 1, 2, 3.
certainly Dave, you can hear both me and you hear Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so it's only me that can't hear
Your audio is there. Oh.
whoever it is that's talking there. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. Yeah, no worries.
I obviously have
Right, so everyone else can hear the Discord, but I can't. That's no good to me. I can't. Why can't I hear it? Oh, that's the good. Unless... Oh, I didn't want to mute anybody there. Why can't I hear it? Output device. Let's try my headphone. Can I go to my headphones? No, I can go to the...
Can anybody hear me?
Oh, I can hear you coming through the speaker now.
That's the drawing board. No, that's too late. Oh no, I can hear nothing. Speaker.
Yeah, I can hear you coming out the speaker now, which is not great. I would have rather had you in there. That's no good. There's too much echo going on here. That's no good. I'm gonna have to shut that one off. Right, that's not going to work. Right, there's a routing issue I've got here. Obviously, I can't hear whoever it is that's in the live speaking unless I send you through the monitor, and it's not great. I'll have to fix that. I'll have it fixed for next week. I hope. I'll try my very best. Right. Like I say, it's been a day. It has been a day. John Stubbs, make me feel good. Love your live shows. Normally miss them due to work and have to watch them after, but glad I got this one. Great to see you live, mate. I haven't really achieved much, to be honest with you, John, because my whole point of this tonight was to hopefully get the call-in show going. Like I had it worked last week, but I have routing issues. I'll maybe have to sit with Eddie, my crew member, during the week, Eddie, and get this sorted out so that it's all routed properly. The big problem is that I can set it up and it's set up in theory. And in theory, the routing all goes to the right places. But there's no way of knowing until I actually go live and I get someone in the guest waiting room and drag them in and they speak. That's when I will know if it works or not. Now, tonight it didn't. But there's actually no way to test it on my own before I go live. So what I'll maybe have to do, Eddie, if you're available at some point during the week, and I know we're going to be busy planning this Friday Halloween thing, we'll maybe get together and test this system out. Anyway, so that was that. It's tinny when it comes through the speakers. I don't know if it's tinny when I had it routed the other way. When Dave was speaking before, it should have been nice and clear. I just couldn't hear him. I should have been able to hear him because he should have been routed through these headphones, but anyway. Right, so that's fine. So Surly and Dave are in the guest waiting room. If I quickly flick to the screen, hopefully it won't change things. So Surly and Dave are here in the guest waiting room, and apparently they can talk to each other. I don't know why, because it looks like your mics are muted. You maybe need to unmute them to speak, but apparently they can speak to each other. I'll need to sort that out. Right. Listen, if you saw the setup I had here, and you saw, you would think, oh my God, it's not like a 747, it's like a spaceship. the way it's all going. But it seems like there's maybe a bit too much going on for me to keep track of. Most other live stream call-in shows have a presenter and they have a producer, and they usually then also have like an assistant who will do other things. So there's normally a team of at least 3 working a live stream call-in show. Well, I'm here on my own trying to do everything. So you have to give me a wee bit of leeway here. And I'm 63 as well, you know. Right. Okay, you muted yourselves on there, I get it, right? Because if you were unmuted, you wouldn't be able to hear what I'm saying now. The interesting thing I'm saying. and apparently I apologise now for distracting you from your channel. Okay, what was the other thing I was gonna say? I don't know. I've drawn a blank. I had something else I was going to talk about. I've kind of drawn a blank in that. But I tell you what then, for the last 13 minutes of tonight's show, because I haven't managed to get the call in to work the way I wanted, I'm happy to do a 10, 11, 12 minute Q&A session. So if there are any questions, and let's keep it away from the topic of auditors if we can. And if you have any questions on auditors or the world of auditing, come to the live stream on Wednesday at 7 on my other channel, Audit Reaction. I'll leave links in this channel for that, and that's when we can talk about anything auditor related. But I'm happy to do a Q&A session now. Any questions you have, just for the last 10 minutes before I leave this live stream, and I'll maybe jump into the DSI for the Drone Seekers International live stream for a wee while. So I don't see any questions. Right, that's a good point. Silly Dave. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it's not an issue. I wasn't my main app for droning. I use Notam, or Notams sometimes it's called, which is much better. Because it not only gives you any restrictions that are in place, it gives you restrictions that are coming up, how long they're going to be, like temporary restrictions, how long they're going to be temporary for, the reason for them, and the detail about restrictions, because it might not necessarily be a restriction. It may look like a restriction for drones, but when you look at the details, you realise it's not, because the restriction only starts at 2,000 feet, and it's from 2,000 feet and above. Whereas Altitude Angel wasn't as detailed as that, and sometimes when it looked like your drone was restricted, it actually wasn't restricted if you dug into the detail. So for me, it's not a problem. I used Altitude Angel and Notam, Notams. I'm not sure whether it's called Notam or Notams. I was going, in fact, let's just see. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I will just pop it up on my screen if I can. There you go, it's Notam info. Let me drag that over. You're probably all aware of it anyway. But for those who aren't, oh, no, go up there. Why will it not go up there? Well, can I get that up on that? Can I get up on that screen? That's a pain. Maybe it'll go up there now. Right. Okay, let me switch over to there. That is Notam, right? That's what I use. As I say, I use both Altitude Angel and Notam. I much preferred this. Much preferred it. So I will continue to use this as I always have done. And you know, if you click on it, it gives you details on everything. Really a lot of detail. It's very good. So that's what I use, and that's what I'll be continuing to use. And it's sad that Altitude Angel has basically gone bankrupt. I feel sorry for anyone who has lost anything, but from my perspective as a drone operator, it doesn't change anything for me, because Notam, and I'll put a link in the chat now for anyone who doesn't know it. That's the link there, and for the Notam info site. That's what I prefer to use. JJ Media said, there you go, actually issued Notams, right? They were posted to every airfield in the UK. It's good now that now that we have drones, it's not just airfields that have these posted, but we can actually go and search them ourselves. There you go. There you go. So now with that link there, for anyone who exclusively used Altitude Angel and felt or feels a bit lost about what to do now. You know, how am I going to know if I'm flying in a restricted zone? Notam will do it for you. There you go. You just check that out before you go out and fly. I mean, it makes sense. And I mean, you should also. I'm not telling you you must do this and you must do that. It's up to you. You're all grown people. But it would make sense that you would also create a risk assessment. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to mention auditors on a Sunday. when I should be saving that for a Wednesday. But the auditors will, when they're asked about where's your risk assessment, will say that I do a dynamic risk assessment. Well, no, you should actually have a risk assessment that you can produce and say there is the risk assessment for this flight. I create a risk assessment before every single flight. I check NOTAM, I create a risk assessment, and I have the risk assessment on my phone, so that if in the event that I am asked by the police or anyone who has authorization to ask me for my details, you know, my CA reg numbers and things like that, my operator ID and flyer ID, and do you have a risk assessment, I can produce it, say there. I have a blank template, and quite a few people, I give this offer to anyone who watches who is a subscriber to my channel. If you want a copy of that blank risk assessment template, email me. And if you are a subscriber to the channel, I'll send you it. I'll send you my blank template, and I'll also send you one that's filled in, so that you can see exactly what you can put on the risk assessment that I use. Okay, so anyone who wants one, just let me know. Email me or message me. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I will check before sending you anything. And if you're not subscribed, I won't be sending you it. Drone assist is Altitude Angel, I believe. I believe it's the same thing. It's just a different name for the same app. I'm pretty sure that Drone Assist and Altitude Angel were one and the same, so you can't use Drone Assist anymore. How long will it be, says Jason Seymour, before drone can carry a person from prison? I love those. There are videos that show you drones, giant drones. Well, I say giant, they're about the size of a small car, but they're basically a Mavic 3, but human-sized. And people are flying about in them. They're only short videos, and these are not AI videos. These are real videos, and it's usually in somewhere like China or one of these technologically advanced countries. So they are available now. Well, they're not. I don't mean they're available, but they are. People are using them to make videos. I'd love to be in one. It's dead easy to fly. If you have a controller in there as your, it'd be dead easy to fly. Anyway. Dave says, and he says it in good time because we've only got a couple of minutes to go. I'm going to head off in about 2 minutes. Please hit the thumbs button. Aye, that's a good point. How many thumbs have I got, Dave? I have 0. 0 thumbs. 15 people watching and I've got 0 thumbs. Maybe if I hit refresh, it would bump up. I don't know. They might be, but you can usually tell you can usually tell the difference between an AI video and a real video. It's not hard to tell. And the ones that I watched, they didn't look AI to me. They looked real. So I don't know. Right, okay, thanks. It's 17 watching. I've got 18. Why are people coming in to watch when the show's just about to end? I've got 2 minutes left and I'm out of here, and I'm getting people coming in now. So just let me, with my dying words on this show tonight, that was a massive failure as far as the call-in's concerned. Let me promote the Wednesday night live stream from my audit reaction channel, Wednesday at 7 o'clock. It's not a call-in, but it's not restricted to 1 hour. I'll just go on as whenever. I'll stop whenever I feel like it. And the topic there is auditors, generally auditors. Whether you're pro, whether you're con, you can have your point of view. And the language is a bit more relaxed as well, because that channel isn't monetized, so I don't have to really worry about my language quite so much on there. So that's on Wednesday night. On Friday night, it will be the special event Halloween live stream on location at a haunted castle ruin. Myself and Eddie, my faithful crew member, will be there, and we will be hopefully maybe not seeing a ghost, but maybe hearing one, who knows. And then on Sunday, again a week from today, will be this live stream, and hopefully by then I'll have managed to sort out the routing problem and tested it and checked that everything's all right. So apologies from me for the call-in failing tonight. I am sorry about that. I'll make it right next week. Hopefully, I'll try to make it right anyway. And with that, thanks for being in here tonight. If anyone quickly wants to leave me a super chat, that would be really, really nice, because I'm making no ad revenue on my channel at the moment, nothing at all. So a wee super chat, the button's down here, you can click that just before you leave if you want. Stick $1 in or whatever, that would be very good. Listen to me touting for super chats. But it's always nice, it makes me feel good that I know that people appreciate what I do. Anyway, thanks a lot. See you on Wednesday, see you on Friday, see you next Sunday. Cheerio the now.